Good morning, my name's Amber. I'm a flower farmer florist from Blooms on the Hill in Budgeree, and I am just starting to do a lot of prep for next season. I have just planted out my foxglove seedlings. So they're a biannual, and you start the seeds at the start of summer and plant them out at the end of summer. Well, it's now, what's today? 16th of March, so that makes it a little bit into the first month of autumn. So a little bit late, but they're good size now to plant out. So I've got them in the ground here. This is the bed where asters were. So I've just watered them in. I'm not going to grow asters next season. I've been making a list of things to grow and not to grow. I've never grown foxgloves, so we'll give those a go. Hopefully they'll flower by summer next year. Being a biennial, they produce foliage the first year and flowers in the second year. So yeah, sow the seeds at the start of summer, plant them out the end of summer, and they should flower for you by the next summer. So I think they look nice there, really tall against that fence. So other plans for today, I've got a few other things to plan. I've got some statice, which should go over there in my flower patch. I've got sweet peas. I do have some pea netting. I've got lots of seeds to plant, like pea seeds and snow peas. I want to put some veggies in as well. And I've got carrots to do. What else have I got? Oh yeah, quite a few things, but I've got some seedlings ready. I've got some stock seedlings. What else? Oh, some snapdragons, which might still be a little bit small, and I've also got some gadisha, so I want to put things in down around there. They're all hardy annuals. And I also need to start labeling my dahlias, particularly these seedlings, which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I'm not. I'm actually thinking I might not even dig any of this up. I might actually leave my dahlias in the ground, because honestly I think I have enough. There's only so much that one person can do, and then I've still got the paddock full of dahlias, so I'm not digging up the paddock, but I'm starting to think I might not even dig up too much of this. Maybe some of those that I want to divide, but we're still having a bit of a think. I did forget to mention my foxgloves are a colour called Apricot Delight, which sounds delicious. I'm going for a lot of wedding colour type flowers for next season. So like, I've got a whole lot of tulips to put in. I bought 200 bulbs from a place in Tasmania, and they're all pinks and whites, different sort of varieties. And I did get some from the hardware, which are pinks and whites too. So tulips, I'm not going to grow a heap of them because they are expensive and you get one flower. But yeah, so I'm sort of sticking for the spring, mostly, yeah, just more the wedding colours. The ranunculus are the same. I've got some pink ones and some white ones. And I actually missed out on getting the Italian ones from one place I was waiting for. Rush on things. Anyway, I'm putting in some statice here. I've got some heavenly blue. I've got some apricot and coral something or other. Coral beauty, and a white one. And I've got some scabiosa as well, some salmon rose and some red one. Oh, I've also got a rose light statice here too. So I've got a bed here that's now empty. I'm going to put these in, and if I get time I might try and set up these pea nettings for these sweet peas, which are ready to go out too. So lots to do. I planted out some statice and some scabiosa. I just stepped down a hole, and then at this end a few lupins. See how they go. Just prepping for my sweet peas. Dug a trench. That is a sweet pea plant there, by the way. But dug a trench. I'm going to get some cow and sheep poop to put in that, and then I'll fill it in a bit with some dirt, put some pea netting up, and then I'll plant out some sweet pea seedlings, and the manure at the bottom will be when the roots get a bit bigger. There'll be a nice feast for them at the bottom of the trench. And then I've also extended this garden bed. Well, it was 2 garden beds, made it one big one, so I'll extend that, so that I'll probably need to put another steel picket and some more netting. Now we got the cattle in probably only 2 weekends ago, maybe 3, don't know, but it wasn't long ago, and we were just tagging the calves. And then they come in the stockyard, and we've got a concrete slab, and they promptly all poop all over it, and it just dries out really quickly in the sun. So, and because it's all spread out, so this is like, it's just like dirt. It's really good. So I can just put that straight in my ditch, and I've been putting it on my garden beds. As you can see over here, I've dug out a lot of things. I've got a couple more to clear and get things ready for all these hardy annuals that have got to go out. So busy. Right, so that's manure's in there. We're doing it properly this time. Last season I had the sweet peas not in my garden. This sweet pea plant here, and there's one here. I actually started those seeds in November, and I don't know why I just did, and I'm surprised that they lived over summer, but they're just there, so ignore those. I'll show you where I had the sweet peas last year, or last season. The sweet peas were actually along this fence. There was a strip of garden bed grown along, dug along here, and they didn't really grow very well along here. And there was one plant that grew up here, up this area, okay, and I think maybe because it got a bit more sun, I'm not sure, but I didn't put any manure. I didn't do a trench with the manure on the bottom. I didn't do any of that. Also, not this duck. This duck is Ducky. That's my boy. Daffy, the other drake, kept pinching and chewing on the back of the sweet peas. So yeah, that's why I don't think they did very well. So this year we're going to have a better go at it. Now I've got a few different kinds of sweet peas. This one's called Salmon Elegance. One called Streamer Chocolate. There's one called Ice Cream. Enchante. High Scent over here. Oh, there's another ice cream there. They're not sweet peas. There's some more over here. Hang a tick. Right, got Elegance Pink. Elegance Rose, yes. Another Salmon Elegance, and Elegance Rose again, and Streamer Blue. So there's quite a lot of seeds that germinated out of all of that. So we'll start putting some in. Right, first one in, and it's telling me to plant these 15 centimeters apart. So I should get a few in, but we will have to do definitely another lot of netting. Right, so they're in. Still quite a few more seedlings to go. There's a couple other trays. So we will need to put more trench in along, probably all the way the length. Oh, hello to my shadow. But I'm going to go and get the watering can and put some liquid seaweed and water these in. Sweet peas are really hungry little buggers. So lots of liquid seaweed for these, probably once a week. That's what I was doing last season. And they like a lot of water too. So now if you can put irrigation on them if you've got lots, then that would be good. But I reckon I can probably cope with, one length of bed. Anyway, we'll go get that seaweed. Right, I've done everything I think I can manage to do today. I'm going to go and deadhead the dahlias in my paddock. I did these ones yesterday, so I probably deadhead maybe every third day. And it's probably close to 5 o'clock now, so I've got to go get my cow in. I have to milk the cow tomorrow. I've had one of those really good days where I've achieved so much. I've planted my foxgloves out, I've put out my Statice and my Scabiosa and my lupins and some of my sweet peas. Got that structure there going, and dug a trench and did all of that, so that's good. I just need to then continue on with that trench digging tomorrow and building more structure. And yeah, so I've had this really, some days you just get heaps done. Fed lambs this morning, homeschooled the kids. Good day. I'll see you next time. Just before I disappear completely, this is a new one that's opened up for me in my dahlias. It's supposed to be a florally one, raspberry cheesecake, but I'm not seeing the splashes of other colours, so it might not really be that. And here's another one that's opened up as well, wedlock, another new one. So that was exciting. That sort of happened in the last week. Everything's looking pretty good out there. And quickly, before I really do go, here's my paddock of dahlias. Lots of purple, as you can see. I have heaps of this one, Winky Cavalier. Lots and lots and lots of that one. Yeah, so a bit disappointing that they're not up very high at all. This is up to about my middle of my thigh, but I'm really short. I'm like not even 5 foot, just like I'm pathetically short. So I think we're going to leave these in the ground because, to be honest, I can't be bothered digging them up. Anyway, I'll see you next time.